Yo guys, it's Gabriel. Sorry for not uploading recently. We had to deal with university stuff and we couldn't get the episodes fast enough. So we're late. We're 5 weeks late. But look at the positive side. You're gonna have 5 episodes in a row. So I guess back to a podcast. So sorry for the clapped situation.
Hello everybody, welcome to RR3 podcast for a Halloween special. Today I am joined by my co-host Gab, and Jan is back.
Hello.
Hello. I got kidnapped, boys.
You just realised now.
Yeah. I wasn't quite
How was
sure
that?
if it was a kidnapping or if I willingly went to another country. But no. Verdict is I got kidnapped.
I'm pretty sure you got kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how did it go? Was it
Yeah.
really bad? Did it traumatize you?
No, it was actually pretty fun, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
Where were you
kidnappers took me skydiving.
Ooh,
No.
I mean,
Indoors.
that's a
It
cool
was BTEC
kidnapper.
skydiving. Yeah.
I mean, I want to be kidnapped too at this point.
He spoke a weird language though.
What language?
Really?
I think it was Polish?
What?
Damn.
What's what? Why?
Yeah,
Man went to
luckily I
Auschwitz.
understand that language, so it's not
Oh.
that bad.
Lit. What a coincidence, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think not.
Anyways,
Ooh, so we got spooky Halloween season.
and for this
Yay.
special, which comes out on Halloween, we're gonna tell scary, well, limited to mode of telling stories.
Yay!
I mean,
God damn it, guys, where's the hype?
yeah, exactly. I mean, that
Where's
doesn't
the
seem
hype?
really hyped up. You're like, yay, cool, lit.
Yeah, well, gents, what the hell?
Come on,
Go
guys.
ahead.
Man,
We have to get shocked.
we need a soundboard for this podcast.
Yeah, we actually do. We actually
That's
do
the
need
one
it.
thing we need. But I don't know how that's gonna work.
You know what?
Yeah, someone get us on board.
Someone PayPal us 30 quid. We know how to use them.
Yeah, we won't use our marmalade, I swear.
Yeah, no. Whoa, hey.
Hey.
Anyways, who wants to start off? Oh, yeah. Who wants to start off?
I mean,
Gab does.
yeah, you do, Gab.
What? Me?
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
It was your
So-
idea.
I know, right? I'm such a spooky person, I guess. Anyways,
Get on with it.
this story took about was in a town, a normal town, in the suburbs. Gary, the protagonist of the story, just moved in his house since 2 months ago. He moved in 2 months ago. And he's just heard there was like a murder recently. Well, he didn't really pay attention to it, honestly. And he was in his house, chilling, just watching YouTube videos. And it was night, and his parents went out to dinner. He was alone. He was watching creepypasta, ironically. And he just hears really light footsteps in his corridor. And he just takes a slight peek out of his bedroom door and sees a tall, big dude. Now, Tom had a gun in his room just because
I thought he was called Gary.
Gary. Sorry, I don't know why. Gary had a small gun in his wardrobe just because he's a paranoid and he read the murder story.
But he's a kid.
No,
Okay,
he's
keep
not
going.
a kid. He's like 22.
Okay, keep going.
Shh.
Okay, he's studying for university right now, so that's why he's still living with his parents. Anyways, he takes the gun, and he gets closer to this big dude, and he shouts, "Get the fuck out of my house, motherfucker! I have a gun!" And at that moment, the big dude turns, and he sees he has a pig mask on. And
He
like,
lifts it up and it's Vin Diesel.
and he had a sharp knife that was meant for murdering, and that freaked him out. And he pointed his gun at him. And what happened is that the guy came closer to him, like walking, because he thought he was bluffing. And Gary goes full pussy mode and goes back in his room, locking his door behind him. This guy pounds on his door, and he's just thinking, fuck, I'm gonna die. And takes his gun and shoots through the door 5 or 6 times. At that time, he hears the intruder go away, just like running away. He then discovers that he hit him just once in the shoulder, and the police never managed to get them to find the murderer. And he's always scared that this dude is will come back for him.
Is it finished?
Yes.
Yeah, is that the end?
Yeah. It's a true story.
Oh, you suck.
No? Just, if that would have happened to you.
Well, I know for a fact no one's gonna come into my house with a knife and a pig mask.
Yes, but just
I feel
picture-
safe in my house.
Like, picture his situation. You're like all alone in your house, just chilling, and a random dude with pig masks just comes by and just decides to kill you. Like,
But he didn't die though.
yes, just because he had a gun. The guy was
Alright.
pounding on the door. He was going to take it down. I'm pretty sure he was pretty big.
And you know this is true because?
Because of the power of Reddit and Let's Not Meet.
Yes, very real stories.
Okay, it's
alright.
inspired from real story. No, it's
That's
a
a
real
bit
story,
better.
100%. I'm pretty sure of it. I feel it. I have
Okay,
this
okay.
feeling.
Okay, we won't tell you that Santa doesn't exist either.
That what doesn't
Ga-
exist?
Santa.
I mean, honestly, when you think of it, what's that one horror movie that's like
The Conjuring.
decent? The Conjuring, yeah. The Conjuring is based on a true story.
Yeah, true.
Um,
But that was scarier.
yeah. Anyway, your turn, Jack.
Yeah, you don't want to go next, Jan?
Do you think I've got a story?
Ah, God damn it, Jan, every time.
Go on, Jack.
Okay, let's do this.
Nobody heard nothing.
Oh, and because I am taking this story online, shout out to Redditor Hyong.
Wow.
Okay.
That killed it.
What did?
No, just... Okay, go on.
Okay. I'll be playing this from the first point of view, so I'm not actually this person. Let's go. My wife got a call at 2 a.m. In a span of a minute, I watched her face change from confused to concerned to deeply upset. She hung up the phone and sighed, and a little bit of a soul seemed to escape from her with her breath. My mother died, she said. Her voice was flat, resigned. I put her hand on her shoulder. I'm so sorry, honey, I said. She simply shook her head and slid off the bed. I need to go back to Romania, she said. Just for a week or two, for the funeral and to solve some family matters. My curiosity was piqued, but I did not dare to ask. My wife has always been very private about her family, and she gets upset when asked too closely about it. I've always tried to respect her space on this. This time was no exception. I simply kissed her on the forehead and lay back in bed, watching the back of her head as she booked next day airline tickets, silently resigning myself to a week off, sitting on the couch, eating Chinese takeout and watching old Office reruns. She flew out the following evening and returned a week and a half later. Only when I picked her up at the airport, it wasn't her. I couldn't explain the dread that filled my body as the woman approached me, smiling. She looked exactly like my wife, but there was some undefinable quality that was not the same. She hugged me. My body went stiff. She held me at an arm's length, beaming joy, but her eyes were cold. "Is everything okay, honey?" she asked. I nodded. My stomach sank. When I spotted the difference, my wife has a small birthmark on her cheek, a beauty mark, but this woman's cheek was bare. "What happened to your birthmark?" I asked as nonchalantly as I could. "Oh," the woman said, "you noticed. My great aunt gave me something to get rid of it. Some sort of recipe that burnt like hell. She wouldn't tell me what was in it, but it worked like a charm." She smiled, but her eyes were searching, seeing if I believed her. Beginning to doubt myself, I smiled back. When we got home, I went straight for a beer to settle my nerves. I saw a bowl of strawberries. It gave me an idea. "Hey, honey," I called out. "We've got some strawberries left over. Want some?" "Sure," she said, walking into the kitchen. I handed her the bowl. As she bit the end off the strawberry, she winked at me. Chills ran down my spine. My wife was deathly allergic to strawberries. The only reason they were in the house at all was that I'd forgotten to throw them out before I picked her up at the airport. "Is everything okay?" she asked. Her eyes roved up and down my face. "Fine," I said, forcing a smile. "I missed you all is all." "Ah," she said, and planted a kiss on my forehead. I don't know what to do. Luckily my phone rang just then, and I used that as an out. "I'm expecting a call for work," I lied, ducking into the room just to take the call. "Honey," said the voice at the other end. I recognized it immediately as the voice of my wife. "Hey," I said breathlessly, "you won't believe what's going on." "I know what's going on," said my wife. "Just listen, you need to get out of the house." "Okay," I said, "I will." I hung up the phone. When I turned around, my fake wife was standing in the doorway staring at me. "Is everything okay, honey?" she asked. My heart was pounding in my throat as I answered. "It's fine," I lied. "Work emergency. I've got to go." "Okay, honey," she said. "Hurry back." She winked and licked her lips, but her eyes were looked so cold and filled with something that looked like hunger. I quickly got out of there. On my way out of the driveway, my phone rang once again. "Did you get out of the house?" my wife asked as soon as I picked up the phone. "Yes," I said. "I did. Can you please tell me what's going on now?" "I will, in time," said my wife. "Just don't go back to the house until I call you. Tell me it's okay. Check into a hotel." Before I could protest, the line clicked dead. When I tried to call back, I got a notice that the line has been disconnected. I called in sick for work, and I slept in the hotel for 3 days before I got the phone call from my wife. "It's safe," she said. "You can come home now." She hung up before I answered. When I got there, my wife was waiting for me at the doorway. As soon as I saw her, my heart flooded with joy. I jumped out of the car and ran to embrace her. I held her face in my hands and examined it, just to be sure. It was my wife, all right. The birthmark was there, and everything. After that, I let her bury her face in my chest. We stood there hugging for an eternity that was far too short before she broke away. "Come on inside," she said. "I'll make you a drink and explain everything." My wife mixed my whiskey and coke strong, just how I liked it. I downed it greedily as she sat down across me. As I was setting the glass back down, I noticed a smudge on my shirt. It was greasy, like one of my wife's makeup pens. 3 realizations hit me at once. The drink tasted funny, the room was spinning, and my wife's birthmark had rubbed off.
Oh, does it finish like this?
Yes!
What?
What?
What an ending!
Yeah.
Fair enough. I
Who
mean,
had the better story? Get Jan?
I think Jack did. That being said, that they're both pretty unrealistic.
is it mine wasn't too unrealistic,
I'm sorry, but that stuff never happens.
but it can happen.
But it doesn't.
But mine was, of course, unrealistic. It's not a real story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, GG for the woman.
I feel like Jack's had the better ending though.
Big brain
It's
mode.
got an open ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Silvo, how would that even work?
What would work?
Like, how would you?
Who cares?
Yeah.
About the reasoning
No,
behind
okay,
it.
it's just a fury. You know? Just.
It's a
No.
story,
How
man.
would that work? What would not work? I don't know. You know, just how would it work? Tell us, Gab.
What would you have you done in that situation? Just in general.
Well, after I was about to collapse on the floor, my head is spinning.
No,
and
not there. From the beginning, from the get go.
I would have probably reacted the same way.
To be fair, I just wouldn't have gotten into a relationship with a woman who won't talk about her family.
You're right though. Not
That's-
gonna lie. Like, why?
Are you coming out of the closet, Jan?
Like, what?
Yeah. What?
You said you wouldn't get into a relationship with a woman, so I don't know.
No,
Hmm?
for
Hmm?
with a woman who doesn't talk
Nudge,
about her
nudge.
family.
Yeah, that's what he said. I'm sorry, Jack. You lost the point.
Jack, you need a hearing aid,
Uh,
darling.
Yeah, that might be true, but
Might be true.
Well, yes, but actually no.
Like,
exactly.
I would have reacted a bit more. How to say it? Defensively.
Offensively.
Yeah.
You'd have just hit her.
Oh, I mean,
Smack.
look. It's always trying to think my wife. It's a random in my house. I don't know what she wants. I mean,
And then she takes you to court. You get
I don't
publicly
care.
humiliated, a giant lawsuit on your hands,
I mean,
and
yes,
you're
but-
fucked.
I mean,
Your
yes.
whole family leaves you over this whole situation. Everything leaves you.
Yes.
You lose your job. You
What?
lose your marriage. You lose your house.
Why marriage?
That's a big jump, mate.
You lose
Yeah,
your
that's a bit.
reputation.
Isn't that a bit too much? You just tie her
But
up.
you hit her.
Yeah, but you hit her.
and
I did not hit her.
I did not. Oh, hi,
Oh,
Mark.
hi, Mark. He doesn't
But
love
yes.
the room.
Oh, no, not the
Everyone.
room. So scary.
Honestly, though, this year, I'm just not excited for Halloween.
God damn
Yeah,
it, Gab.
just-
I mean,
To be fair, I was never really that Halloween kind of guy.
Me neither, but now I'm getting excited over it.
why?
Because I didn't used to do it much before, and now I do.
What do you do? Do you go to trick and treat?
Oh, I used to do that as
That
super
was
gay.
What do you
It was
mean?
fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
Amount of sweets.
But-
Oh, I
to wear,
remember
like,
one year
some-
I got so many sweets that I didn't eat them, and they all expired, and they were all like rank.
That's every year for me.
Ooh, man.
That's every
No, I
year.
finished all on
But
the
it's a
first
pain though,
night.
because my neighborhood is never good for sweets.
Like, what do you mean?
So-
They give you apples?
No, as in like no one really cares much about trick or treating. So I have to go
They
to
give
like
you
Wow.
a
another
clementine.
area. I have to go to another area
I mean, that's
of
how-
London, and it's just it's a pain in the butt.
Well, I mean, I used to, when I did trick or treat, I used to go out with friends.
Yeah, me too. Because
Yeah, I
you
didn't-
you
yeah,
won't
I
go
didn't go.
alone.
It wasn't at my house, so
Yeah, same. It's just a pain in the butt though for me, because I'd have to go somewhere else.
I mean, did it ever happen that like kids went to your house and you didn't have candy?
Mhm.
How do you feel
No, because I was out.
about
It's
that?
happened to my house. It's happened to my friend's house where I was staying.
Like, what do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, you get home.
It's happened
you've
before where
gotten-
I'm the one handing out the candy.
Look, I feel bad when
No,
that
no, no.
happens.
Like you
because
do trick or treat. You get home. You've got all your sweets, and then a flood of kids knock on your door asking for sweets, and you give them all. You have to give them all your sweets away.
Oh no, that's an actual
That's
thing
the
that
re-
happened.
That's a real horror story.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is
100%.
frightening.
But you know what else is horrifying?
You?
No,
What else?
the new AirPods.
Yeah, yeah.
AirPods are gay.
No, but the new ones are.
The new ones are a new
they're on a new
breed
level.
of
If you
terrifying.
listeners are using AirPods, you're gay.
I mean,
Why? Okay, Jack. Why are you calling
Yeah.
AirPods "quote unquote" gay?
They look gay.
you're a Mac boy. You're
But
an
have you
Apple
ever
boy.
tried them?
And because it's edgy and funny to say that AirPods are gay.
Have you ever tried them though?
Yeah, for music and art class.
Like I typically don't like Apple. I mean I don't see anything wrong with their products. I just
Don't like them.
think there's better alternatives for the price.
But honestly, though,
Um,
like the AirPods quality isn't even that good for the price, especially.
I was gonna say, for the price that I got mine at a year and a half ago, on Amazon, they were really good. Like these were the Gen 1 ones. No wireless charging, no gimmicks, but the sound quality was amazing, and
Was
the
it?
battery life was really something. But
Like, how
now
much
these
does they
days,
last?
each AirPod has 5 hours of battery life, and then the case has 5 full charges in it. So it's
Okay.
so you've got a day of
Yeah,
non-stop
that's not
listening.
a lot. That's not a lot.
A day of non-stop listening.
Look, my earphones in general have like 48 hours usually battery life.
What do you mean earphones in general?
Like wireless
Oh, headphones.
earphones.
Oh, like a headphone.
Yeah.
Headphones. Okay.
So
Yeah, but that's different. But
Yeah.
it's a completely different form factor.
even
The
wireless
point of
earphones.
AirPods is that they fit in your pocket,
Okay.
and
Even wireless earphones.
they're
Like
just
the Beats,
convenient.
Like the Beats have 48 hours.
Uh,
But yeah. Anyways, the
I'm
new
fine
ones.
with wired earphones because you don't need to charge them.
That's what we're
Yeah,
really
but
annoying,
it's not that
especially when
bad.
running.
Okay, when running, fair enough, but otherwise it's fine.
Mm.
They don't bother you any
I'm sorry,
way,
but
shape, or form.
I feel safer with wires when I'm running or cycling, because I feel like if they fall out of my ears, which they don't, but still, if they fall out of my ears, I'll feel safer. I'll feel like there's a sort of security mechanism that, like, if they fall out, I'm still gonna have them.
Yes, but if they always fall out when you run,
Ye-
or
yeah,
they
for
always
me,
like,
wired,
For me,
wired
they never
earphones
do.
always- lucky.
yeah, exactly, lucky, really. But what we were talking about is the new AirPods Pro, but like just ugly.
Okay, the new AirPods Pro, for those who don't know, they have less battery life and a slightly different, and I have to say slightly more practical design. Right?
They're so ugly.
So they have wireless charging, so that adds 50 quid or $50 to the base price. And then for changeable earpieces, right? Which provides noise cancellation because it just seals all the sound coming from the outside, like it seals your ears shut. For noise cancellation and probably for software that lets you have it like be adaptive, so you can actually hear the outdoors. You can turn it on. It's an extra 50 quid. Not worth it.
What, 100 quid just for?
Wireless charging and
150 for wireless charge for like
okay,
two
no.
options.
The most basic ones are 150. They have no wireless charging, no noise cancellation.
You
For
need the
200,
wireless
you
charging.
get wireless charging. For 250, you get noise cancellation on top of that, which is the AirPods Pro. Now, I don't want to hype up Samsung, right? but I got the Galaxy Buds for 117 quid, which is cheaper than the base AirPods, and they have noise cancellation and wireless charging. And find the battery life's not as good, but realistically, I've never used up the entire battery on my AirPods.
But the AirPods Pro look like hair dryers.
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but they've been announced, so I think next week we'll start getting actual reviews of them.
Yeah.
Maybe the sound quality is amazing, in which case I'll change my mind, but right now I'm being very critical of them.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Apple is slowly running out. Not really slowly. It has run out of ideas since a couple of years now. Just like us with a podcast.
No, I'm
No.
sorry, but they've gotten they're just being bottlenecked by the technology right now. Like, they have to come up with new stuff, and not enough new stuff is coming out.
That's what they have to make the new
no,
stuff.
sorry, no, there is loads of new stuff, but they're just not bothered. They don't think it's good enough for them yet.
Yeah, well, they are the ones that should invent the new stuff. That's why usually Apple was.
I'm sorry,
on top.
but the iPhone 11, or at least the
Google
Pro,
Glass.
the Pro Max should have had the in-screen fingerprint reader.
Yeah.
It should have had that, but they didn't. So now you've just got Face ID. And
Yeah.
the Face ID is amazing. It's brilliant.
But what if you don't want it?
Fingerprint sensor's probably easier,
It is. Because you also have to move for the.
and it makes
face.
your phone look nicer as well.
Wait,
You just don't have a notch afterwards.
I mean, Face ID is pretty instantaneous.
What is?
Face ID. You just turn it on and you're in.
Oh, Face ID is great. Well, you're not automatically in, because you need to swipe up.
Yeah, okay, but
Oh
that's it.
no.
Wow, what a struggle!
I mean, I'm sorry, but on the Google Pixel 4, you don't have to swipe up.
Oh yeah,
And it's
I've seen it.
slightly faster than Apple's.
I've seen the new Google, and apparently
But the
with
Pixel 4 is
motion,
pretty
I just
bad.
saw the ad. But
Pretty bad.
if you move your hand in front of it, it does stuff to your phone.
It has a radar, right, which creates kind of a imaginary bubble around your phone. And you can do motions on certain applications, such as Spotify, to
Look.
skip songs and stuff, but
Look.
it doesn't work very well.
Like, hear me out. What if you put it in your pocket? Because like the sensor can say, "Oh, you're swiping right now," and it just changes your song or
No.
whatever.
No, I think the app has to be open for that to work. Or it has a way of detecting what's a hand and what's a pocket. Let's be real.
You sure about that? Because like,
Yes.
what if someone has a big hand? What do you want to
Yeah,
do
but the
about that?
shape of a hand is very different to a pocket.
Yo, it's a phone. It cannot.
Yes, it can.
It does-
It has a radar. It
It
knows
doesn't-
what's where.
If it has a radar, it does. Okay, yeah, it can actually do
It
that.
does know what's where.
Still though, I'm pretty sure it would be annoying.
I still think fingerprint sensors are the way forward.
Look, fingerprint sensors were here like what, 10, 12 years ago?
And they're really good.
Like, I remember
think
a computer, but like we had a laptop with the fingerprint sensor.
Yeah, those exist. They're fine.
No,
Don't see the point in that.
No. We had it had Windows XP. It was a really old laptop.
I
That's
mean,
what
the new MacBook Airs have fingerprint sensors. I don't see the point in that, since you might as well have a password on your computer.
yeah, which is
Same
Or
thing
just
for the
not have
phone.
anything. Yeah, but it's faster
yeah,
to have a fingerprint reader.
yeah.
But no one
Because
cares.
like on the computer
Like-
you have the keyboard. How
Okay,
much time
on-
is it gonna take?
On my phone, right, I have the Samsung Galaxy S10e. It has genuinely the fastest fingerprint reader I've ever seen in my life. Like,
That's true. Like,
I
I've seen
literally barely put my finger on it, right?
it.
And
Just
it's unlocked. And it's insane.
look.
Yeah, like, I can take my finger off my fingerprint reader before the screen's even turned on and it unlocks. Yeah.
Look, we can agree that at least on computers, Windows or Linux is already superior to Mac. We agree on that?
That's where you're wrong.
What? You think that Mac is better than Windows or Linux?
It literally depends what you want in a computer.
I'd say the Mac OS is way better than Windows, but typically
What?
you're just going to have Mac OS with Macs, and Macs are rubbish spec-wise.
Yeah, if you want
You see?
gaming, don't get Mac.
If you want gaming, you're gonna go Windows, because as far as I know, you can't get Mac OS on its own. I might be wrong. I haven't
No,
looked
no,
into
you
it.
cannot, because it's how the computers are built by determine the operating system.
Exactly. But for content creators and stuff, and people who do editing, Mac
Yeah.
is so much better than Windows. Windows is actually in the bin. And what Mac also lets you do is have Windows as well at the same time.
What? No, you cannot have
Yes.
Windows on Mac.
Yes,
You
you
have
can.
to have like an emulator that emulates Windows on Mac. But you cannot have Windows. Like
You
that
can
doesn't
have
work.
Windows on Mac, but you can't have Mac on Windows.
No, you
That's what I'm
cannot.
saying.
No, because like, how the architecture is built inside of the Mac, it works only for Mac because it's how computers work
Jan's
fundamentally.
Right. Jan's right. You can have Windows on Mac.
Then
Yeah.
that's why it takes a lot of power for a computer. Well, for a computer, it takes like a massive load.
But it still can.
It
Yeah,
can.
even my computer, even Windows can do it. It's just not built in, but like you can do it. I mean, I can emulate
I
an
don't know.
Android if I really want to.
I wouldn't get a Mac, but that's just my personal
But-
preference.
yeah. But
I see nothing
but
wrong
on
with
another
Windows.
point of view, for programmers,
Mac looks better.
Mac is
Mac looks sexy, but
does it?
you can make
Yes.
a gaming PC
The,
look
thing
sexy.
that I don't like of Mac is that maybe I'm just too used to Windows, but I don't know where things are. It's all over the place.
I'd say
That-
it's the
that's just 'cause
opposite.
you're used to it.
Windows. Yeah, for me it's the opposite. Mac is way cleaner in front of what I want.
Yeah,
Ma-
I'm with Jack on this one because I've used both before, and
But I'm sure
Yeah.
of one thing: Windows and especially Linux have a lot of more tools for like computer scientists or like scientists just in general than Mac.
yeah, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Oh yeah, okay, but that makes it way more versatile on many.
No, how many
Aspects.
computer scientists do you have compared to artists, designers?
How many scientists? do
Well,
you
right now,
have
more and more computer
compared to
scientists.
artists?
I said computer scientists.
Okay, computer scientists. You wanna take a shot at it?
Right now, the numbers on the rise massively.
Exactly. Just software engineers. Because
Yeah, there are more over time, I guess.
oh my god, give me a sec.
No.
Gab is doing his research. Look what you've made him do, man.
So what
Oh,
was it?
no.
Software. Okay, that's not gonna be. Oh, in the US. Does that seem correct? 350,000
350,000 what though?
software engineers, which is not all of the
Mhm.
computer scientists. No,
Yeah,
what,
it's a section
digital
of computer scientists.
artists.
Yeah, but I said I mentioned a bunch of things.
But there's digital
it's-
artists,
it's an-
editors.
Yeah, exactly. It's digital artists, illustrators,
Filmmakers.
editors, architects. Yeah, filmmakers.
They're not all of them are gonna use. Are they?
Even
But
a lot
of them do.
even a lot of like computer people use Mac over Windows.
Well, can you research for the digital artists side because I'm not managing to find any number.
Yeah, your job.
All right.
All right.
How many digital artists in the US? 2.1 million.
Thank you, Jan.
Wait, let me see.
Wait.
Oh no, sorry. 4.4 million software engineers in the US.
Were you cherry picking? Because you said a bunch of other numbers. And
No, I said
no.
500,000, but I couldn't really find. This is the legit one. 4.4 million.
Because that's the high. You say that because there's the highest number.
So
No.
39% are designers.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna assume performing doesn't really count though. Oh no. Oh wait, no, and then 10% is art directors, animators, writers and authors, and architects.
So you are how many? 1.2 million? I'm at just
let's
software
say,
engineers 4.4 million.
But is that in the US?
Yes.
Huh.
However,
What a boring world we live in.
no, it's guys. Just get good.
Everyone
I'm
has the
sorry,
same
I'm sorry,
job.
guys. Get destroyed by facts
Everyone
and
has
logic.
the same job.
No. Like it depends by what you do.
Anyway, talking about software engineering, over the past week or so, I've been watching Mr. Robot. Have any of you guys seen it?
Oh yeah. I've seen the
I've seen a
first
few
season,
episodes.
I think. Oh, how much are you in? Yeah.
Oh, I'm only at the second season.
Oh, I watched barely
Halfway
the first
through.
one, I think. It's a cool concept.
It's really
I like
good.
it.
But
Oh, wait,
what do you think is
for
cool
context-
about said
wait.
concept?
For context to all listeners who haven't seen Mr. Robot, it talks about this guy,
It's a Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
It's
Mr.
about a
Robot.
guy who has mental problems. He's a drug addict, and he's just depressed. He's got social anxiety and stuff, and he's trying to hack the world's biggest company
Yeah.
called E Corp,
And
which conveniently has the same logo as Dell.
like, and he also hacks. Like at the start, he just gets introduced as someone who hacks like bad people, quote unquote. People that
No, he hacks
deserve-
everyone. No, he hacks everyone.
Oh yeah, actually does actually. Yeah,
He hacks everyone.
he hacks everyone he wants, and then he gets involved in an organization, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And
Jack, have you
And
seen
he's
it?
not- I've seen like a couple episodes.
that's a no.
I thought it was a bit slow at the beginning, so I just stopped.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna hate the second season then, because the second season is really slow, but it's so interesting because it's not really about hacking anymore in the second season. Hacking takes the side plot, but that's why it's even more interesting. But
Why
you've got to
is it
sit
so
through it.
interesting, but
It's a
with spoilers?
mouthful. Oh, it's all about first season spoilers.
It was also a bit depressing, and it was at
It
a
is.
time when I was like a bit happy.
It's really sad, but it gets even sadder towards the end.
Oh my
Cool.
God.
Looking forward to that series.
I'm sorry, but it has
Yeah.
so many plot twists.
You'd sold me, mate.
It has a lot of plot twists, and the plot twists make a lot of sense, and it's actually scary.
I have to see it.
Yeah,
Have to
The
watch it.
edge on that show is
the
too
edge.
much. Yeah, the edge.
Yeah, it's a bit. The guy's edgy. The guy's an anime character, 100%.
What do you mean?
He's an emo. No, he's not an emo, but
He's
I
not
mean-
an emo. He's
No,
got
no, no,
social
no, no, no.
anxiety
He's
and
not.
depression,
He's
and he's a
not.
morphine addict.
But
He is not an anime character. What?
he is.
Terrible
He is.
example, Gab.
He's one.
How? He's not a generic person.
He doesn't look anything like anime either.
Fam, no one looks like anime, because if someone looks like anime,
He does
Yeah.
not look like the typical high school teenager
Okay.
in Japan.
yeah, actually, yeah, you got a point. Character-wise,
No, no. He's depressed, socially anxious, drug addict, going to therapy once
and
a
he
week,
has a dog
Oh, and he has
Yeah.
a dog,
and a fish.
which
and a
he
fish.
stole.
No, he saved.
Yeah, but he still stole it.
He
he
still
has.
stole it.
He's more happy like
Like-
that with a dog.
Fair enough, but he still stole it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This comes back to like, what do you define as justice and truth?
No, but you guys really need to finish at least the first season.
I will in 10 years.
Yeah, totally. I want to get.
I mean,
that
I
depression
only
back.
started watching it though because I needed something to do in Poland, and there were adverts for season 4. So I was like, okay, might as well watch the first 3, and then watch season 4.
75 hours later.
I'm only at episode 7 of season 2.
Out of like 40
Or 8.
episodes? How many?
No, there's 10, but 2 of them are 2-parters.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
12
Short time.
technically. Yeah.
Cool. I'll definitely
Yeah.
watch it.
So
But the hacking's really unrealistic in that movie.
of course it is. Do you think
Movie.
they're using realistic sources?
I mean, it's slightly more realistic than typical
Mm.
movies, how they do it.
Yeah, from YouTube videos, they said it was more
But-
accurate than most
yeah.
TV.
But no one said it's actually how it works.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh well.
I mean, I know that movies do not portray usually like anything correctly. Usually?
That's not true.
No, it's just
But
an exception.
I think they portray walking normally.
Oh yeah.
But then
100%
again,
right.
movies aren't usually trying to portray something happening normally.
Well, I mean, in
A
theory,
lot of the time they don't.
like you should relate to a movie, right? So it has to be as realistic as possible, or at least the values from that movie have to be as realistic as possible.
No, you need to be able to relate to their characters and to their problems.
Yeah.
So
But-
that's why, for example, in Mr. Robot,
An
the whole
edgy
point
character
of them
works.
the whole point of them hacking the biggest company is because they want to solve the world's debt.
Yeah.
They want to get rid of the value of money, basically create a bigger crash than the Wall Street crash, so that all debt is basically non-existent.
Well, I mean,
oh damn.
that's also one of the reasons why Torgal from Netflix, like it was a Netflix film or series, didn't work out. Do you know what is it about?
Nope.
It basically opens up with this girl who's like 6'1" or something, and she's like, "You think your life is tough? I wear size 43
Oh,
Nikes."
tall girl.
Yeah, men's size 43, and then
I
they
was thought it
compare
was
it.
45, so
45. No, 44 or 45. But anyways, she was like complaining about something like that. And like
but that's not a problem that a lot of people face.
that's
So
not the
it's-
only problem. The problem is she actually complains, and like people then just Netflix had a lot of backlash just because like people were making fun of it, but actually had problems. Like people that actually had problems made fun of it.
Mhm.
Which is why nobody can relate, because it's not an actual problem.
Yeah, it's just a
Compared
dumb
to
problem.
models.
It's not like student debt or
Yeah.
just I don't know.
Yeah, you're talking about tall girl, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Yeah, that
What,
sucks.
like, what do you think is the biggest problem for like teenagers at this point in time?
Teenagers finding stuff to do with their spare time
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes.
How's that like the biggest problem?
because we
It
don't
is.
because we don't care about debt because we don't have any yet.
Yeah, we have
oh,
no
also money is
responsibilities
another
except
problem.
bettering ourselves.
Yeah, money's also a problem, kind of.
Not really.
Depends how nice
No,
your
wait.
parents are and if you're bothered to get a
Oh
job.
my god.
Yeah. Eh,
No, it's not.
What do you mean it's
Main-
not?
Main problem, I agree, would be having stuff to do.
sure or what?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
Teenager's
because-
life, what you're supposed to do is better yourself before you're an adult, and people are failing at that.
I'm pretty sure like Well,
including me.
on my point of view, I'm pretty sure the biggest problem is just there's a lot of pressure around teenagers at this point in time.
There's less pressure than before.
It depends where the pressure's coming from.
Well,
fair enough.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure of like succeeding, or else you're just gonna go broke, like instantly.
No.
No, like
I feel like people are afraid that they're gonna fail, but that's it. I don't know.
well,
Nah, I
'Cause
feel
it's-
like it's quite the opposite. People are like, oh, don't worry, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think there's room for everyone, but
I've seen, well, I've read at least studies claiming multiple times that students now have the same levels of anxiety and stress than people in asylums in the 1950s.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure I saw that on a meme.
No. No.
no.
I'm 90% sure I've seen that
I read
before, and
it
it was a meme.
in the book. Chill.
Oh my god, Gab.
Chill.
I'm 90% sure I've seen
Yo.
that. And then...
Yo. Calme-toi.
Or maybe it was on
that's
someone's Instagram story or something.
Yo, chillax. Chill. Okay?
I think that's probably exaggerated.
But even if
That depends who was surveyed, really.
Our problems are not that big.
they're not gonna survey 100 people and say, oh yeah, that's a legitimate study.
It's not how many people they studied, it's who they studied.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
what I meant is that they're not gonna interview 100 people all from the same zone, all with the same background. I mean, how's that scientific?
Well, I mean, you could take everyone from the same class and see how that works.
Yeah,
No,
that's already more scientific.
from the same class.
Yeah.
From the same class. That
How-
would make a general value.
And you
of
get a
No.
class
over-
of completely different intelligence
Over
values.
specific
that's
honey
why.
picks. cherry pick.
That wouldn't be accurate enough. You'd have to take a big sample of like 10,000 students all over a country. That would
Yeah,
be more
that's already
scientific.
better though.
Well, yeah, but like, do it by school instead of by a cherry picked person from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you could have just picked
Yeah, you go randomly. That's what I mean.
2,000 of the most anxious people.
Yeah, you go
you could
randomly.
find.
Random random.
Randomly, accidentally picks all the most anxious people in the world.
Yo.
To
That's
be fair,
just
no.
being unlucky.
Okay, but let's give that
But do we
survey
admit?
some credit, that study some credit, because I feel like we're just in a slightly privileged position where we don't need to worry, we don't need to be anxious. Like, fine, we don't have much sorted, but we've definitely got more sorted than a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's not because of us.
Okay,
You have to admit that. You have to admit
I'm not gonna
that.
make the audience rage today.
Maybe next week.
Yeah.
Maybe next week, guys. Not this week.
But we admit though that giving the choice of like your career at such a young age is a bit, I don't know, questionable. Because like students choose, at least here, students choose the subject at 16 or sometimes even 15. How can a 15-year-old know what to do in the future?
Yeah, that is a problem.
Yeah.
But that being said,
I feel like that's your whole life. You wouldn't figure it out.
you can take any course whenever you feel like it, right? You can be 50 and study veterinary as long as you have a chemistry and a biology GCSE, or A level, I should say.
Yeah. But
So technically, we're under no time constraint. It's just a social norm.
no, because the problem is when you're 50, already you start to see less better than a 20-year-old. And which one
Okay,
are we gonna
I was
choose?
exaggerating.
It was
I
an
was
example,
exaggerating.
Gab.
Still, a 40-year-old. Are you gonna compare?
No, but like a
40...
30-year-old. A 30-year-old.
Yes,
say.
but like
Yeah.
There's no
The
difference
pers-
between a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old.
Yes, but
apart from a 30-year-old, will probably do their work better. They're probably a better person to choose.
No, because the 20-year-old had 10 years advantage to get better. So they choose the one with most experience. What? Yeah. But because the 20-year-old... Oh. I see. Oh.
Yeah. We're
Still,
not under a time constraint, we're under a social norm.
No, yeah, at that point, there's no real problem.
But
just that
also,
you have 10 years more than the others.
I mean, what's the social norm over? The only problem I see would be money.
yeah.
I don't see the social norm here.
Well, the thing is that once you're 30...
What's bad if you're 30 and you go to uni?
Well, I mean, no, there's no problem. Just that. If you want to... Let's keep with this example. You want to become veterinary. How many years does it take to study at uni?
7.
7?
I think.
I mean, that's for medicine, but let's say it's 7, okay?
Let's say 7.
Now you're 37, and a career that will bring you at least enough money to pay off the debt, have a house and a family. At least to get at least a job that allows you to do that. It takes at least 5 to 7 years. Yes? And now...
No, not with doctors and vets, I don't think.
In the NHS, they get paid 30k a year. Mostly.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then in the UK, we don't pay as much for uni.
4,500.
It's not like in the US.
4.5 grand a year.
Yeah, but compared
No,
to...
9 grand a year. What am I on about? 9 grand a year, yeah.
Compared to US, if that's the example Jan's trying to make.
Yeah, compared to the
it's
US,
less.
it's pennies.
Still though.
Yeah.
It's still a huge debt.
We get paid less.
You're not gonna pay
pay
all of your salary for 2 years, which is like, what is it, 30,000 and 15,000. Like, it's gonna take at least 3 to 4 years to extinguish that debt. And that's being really conservative about your money, not buying houses, anything.
Yeah, but that's all down to how you manage your money. And
no,
there's really good ways to manage it and really bad ways to manage it.
If you have 30k a year and you have to live, eat, use the tube, and pay off your debt.
You can live off 20,000. You can live like a life with 20,000, but
it wouldn't be good.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be.
But okay, let's say 5 years then. It takes you to get to a stable position, yes?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't see where this is going, but
now you're 42.
let's go with it.
You're 42 years old once you're stable. Now, usually to have a career that will bring you money, substantially, it takes a further 10 years.
But who said that you hadn't already worked and saved up before? Like, before you were 30? Yeah. You've had 12 years, at least, to earn money and save up.
Okay. I don't really get Gav's thought experiments here.
Yeah.
Anyways, my point is...
The age of retirement is like 66 now.
Yeah,
the age of retirement is 66 now. That's loads of time.
So, it's not as much as someone who's in their 20s. Anyways, the point being, we're diverging too much now. Point being,
yes,
you shouldn't give a choice to a 15-year-old that won't influence his life. Especially when you give just so many subjects.
Yeah, but then when the norm becomes at 20, then we're going to complain that it's too early at 20.
No. That's not what I mean. Like, students may choose at 15 or 16, but they should be exposed to more subjects.
Fine, but that's the fault of the school itself. Yeah. There are many subjects.
But also, I have heard from very reliable sources that it doesn't really matter what degree you get.
Yeah, no. What are your sources?
As in the headmaster of our school. That it doesn't matter what degree you get or what you study at uni. Because employers don't really care usually. As long as you have one.
Who?
Employers don't care what degree you have. As long as you have one.
So if you want to be a lawyer, you can have a doctor's degree.
No, yeah, but, okay, fine. A lawyer is a special case.
Yeah.
Doctors are a special case.
Even engineers are a special case because
Engineers are a special case, yeah.
Yeah,
everyone is a special case.
But
just
the
techniques.
freaking Mackies around the corner, they don't care what degree
Yeah,
you've got. They
but-
probably don't even
So
want you
yeah,
to
your
have
whole
a
life
degree.
you want to work at Mackey's.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm looking forward. I'm gonna be a Maggie's employee.
Look, Jan, you make
flipping burgers every day
make no
for
sense.
life.
Just like you
With-
make just as much sense as Gab, and that's not much sense.
With a degree in psychology. Oh yeah, really looking forward to his job. Thank you. Thank you,
I mean-
uni. Come on.
If
Yeah.
you're... Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I still
so,
stand
yeah.
by my point. I stand by my point.
you should not.
Mackies is an extreme example, but it represents what I wanted to...
We
What's
get the
it?
idea. But
Oh, we
yeah,
don't.
you can...
no, thing is that we're being too fussy. We're like me and Jan. We give examples,
No.
and every time we give an example, you take it literally. Like the point is
Who
a genuine
cares?
idea.
No,
Who
because
really
you're making
cares?
thought experiments where we need to give accurate examples.
Thought experiments are too tough when you're freaking tired.
Exactly.
man.
Like guys, did you ever believe then in hypnosis?
In hypnosis,
No.
yes.
Do you?
I've seen a kid get hypnotized and not wake up.
Whoa, did he die in a coma then?
No,
Did
he
just
had to go to
remain-
hospital and they woke him up there. But
What?
no, hypnosis genuinely works. I've seen it work. It doesn't work on everyone, but it works on a lot of people.
What? How does that work?
Doesn't it work on the more influential kind of people?
Yo,
Probably.
influential doesn't mean weak. Let's be clear though.
It does.
It typically
does it?
does.
No, like
Gab's
you-
been hypnotized before.
No.
clearly.
Yeah, definitely. No, Gab.
Just that. Let's be clear though. Like you can be really influenceable and be a really strong person. Like I'm pretty sure it's something.
Strong
Yeah,
in what way?
Yeah, you can be physically strong.
No,
Strong in what
no.
way?
No, strong mentally and physically in whatever way. Because I'm pretty sure it's something subconscious. It's not something that you can change whenever you want. You know. You're not like.
I don't know.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it is a subconscious thing, but it's like easy
I-
influenceable. You.
I've had the opportunity to get hypnotized, but I wouldn't do it because I am terrified of the unknown. What happens when you fall asleep?
You're dead.
You're asleep. Duh.
No, but when you're in the hypnosis sleep, like that is scary to me.
Jan, it's the same old question. What happens?
That
when
is
you're
what
dead?
Halloween should be about. That's what Halloween should be about. Just hypnotize everyone.
But yeah, trick or get hypnotized. Like imagine like a small kid just hypnotizing an adult, running in his kitchen, yoinking over sweets, and lots goes away.
That's big brain time.
Yeah,
Stonks.
songs. Oh yeah, that course on hypnosis really paid off. Oh yeah, yay.
You definitely have a course of hypnosis.
Okay, maybe hypnosis you may believe it, but do you believe in pseudosciences?
In pseudoscience.
Such
Define
as like acupuncture.
pseudoscience.
Well, it's more.
Acupuncture's real though.
No, acupuncture has been proven that it doesn't change a thing. It's all
Really?
a placebo effect. Yeah. Acupuncture, aroma. I don't know.
Aromatherapy?
Yeah, aromatherapy. Like,
Oh,
do you see the trend? Like, do you see what I'm going for? All of the
Oh,
sciences
there's,
that
there's
haven't
like
been
the
proven.
Chinese herbal treatments,
Yeah.
you know?
Like, it's all of the
Yeah.
sciences that are saying, oh yeah, they gave it benefits, but haven't been proven. That's what pseudoscience means.
I think it's a bunch of crap. However, if
I mean-
there's an effect,
There's only,
I'm not one to complain.
There's only
If
two
it
of
works,
them.
I don't care.
There's only two of them that are actually effective. One of them being yoga, and the other one being meditation.
Yeah, but that's
Definitely
because
not.
those two are relaxing.
I mean, they just improve your
Subconsciously.
well-being, just in general. Which, I mean, meditation I always found really cool. Like,
I've done that before.
Yeah, I've done meditating, but that's because breathing normally, like it
like
just helps.
for what I saw
I
just
try.
in general. Yes, yeah, go on, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I tried meditating for a solid week, and it's something that's really hard to get into. I think, yeah, I used a free trial of Headspace. It was
Yeah,
fine.
same. Hey, I did the same thing.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
it's fine.
Everyone's like, free trial.
Yeah,
I
because-
think everyone saw the Matt
it's
Diavella
the ad.
video.
It's because
Yeah.
of the ad. Yeah, that's why.
Oh, no, I saw the Matt Diavella video where he did meditation for a month and it really helped him.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
I saw
pretty
the
sure
I saw the
that's
ad.
real. Yeah, me too. High five.
There's a
Jack.
moment you look at an ad and you're like, will I let this ad influence me in
And
my
you're like,
product buying decision?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
And you're like,
you know what? I like the animation,
Yeah.
so yeah.
yeah. I love like when what happens where you like in that.
No,
Like,
it's such a
question.
dilemma.
Yeah, exactly. Where you're like, should I try it? But then I'm influenced by this ad, and I don't like being influenced. But I want to try it.
But then I have to say, I completely left the idea of meditation alone for like a solid few months, and then I went back to it one night in August. Right, I was in Costa Rica. I just had the worst day. I had the worst headache of my life. It wasn't fun, right?
Yeah.
Because we had to work in the sun in the heat,
Planting 20 million trees.
and then we had to stay up. We basically had to pull an all-nighter.
Cool.
Which wasn't fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to walk like 10k at night. And I meditated before that, and it just got me in the right mind space, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm ready for this walk.
Did it get you in the good headspace?
No,
I mean,
but
I
everyone
think
was
that's
asking, what the hell are you doing on the hammock? Just lying there.
Just enjoying the universe. I mean, what I really found for what people thought, like describe like long-term meditation as, is that they find it really like you appreciate the present a lot more. And I think that's something that we should do, because in a frantic, ever accelerating society, it's something that we're losing, like the sense of present. We always think of like what happens next, of all of the worries in the future, or what happened in the past, but we never really concentrate on what we're doing now.
Yep, that's
I
true.
agree entirely. Like, going back to the whole Costa Rica thing, that trip was really eye-opening for me, because it was like, this stuff is here now, but it might not be here tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna close my eyes and just concentrate on my breathing and concentrate on just listening to all these creatures just being normal. Because we were in the middle of nowhere with
you
no
like the
Wi-Fi, no nothing.
You like the listening part?
And I was
Ooh.
there just feeling the hammock, breathing, concentrating on my breathing, and just listening. And it was just, yeah.
Like before, I was really skeptical of all of these, but then I just looked into it, and yeah.
But it's not for
Just
everyone.
try it.
Yeah, it's
Meditating
No,
not.
but
is
just,
not for everyone.
just try it. At least try it, and then
Yeah.
you'll see.
Yeah, I don't have, say,
Like,
the
well-
attention span here in London for meditating. But if I go to a spot where it's just calm and it's just me and nature, then fine.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I'll meditate right now, bitches.
Yeah,
That's why you've been so quiet.
we just closed the podcast and we're like, okay, let's have a meditating session.
Actually, though, it's Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
We're like, it's Halloween. We're talking about meditating. How did we diverge so much?
Ugh.
Like, in the first
The
place-
people who try to act smart on a podcast are talking about meditating. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, we should
Scary.
be talking about like random stuff. We went from like AirPods to fucking okay. I don't know.
But that is random.
Yeah.
It is random.
That's the fun thing
Fine.
of podcasts. And that's why
Yeah, and
it's
how
fun to listen
did
to,
we
right?
get here?
Okay,
Yeah.
no, let's not do that again. we don't need that a 1950s feel of like just like with a slow again. No.
Yeah, I didn't watch 1950s TV shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me
Only
neither.
the adverts. Only
Yeah.
the
Look.
adverts.
Okay.
You're the real old man here, Gab.
Says the one who listens to 80s music 24/7.
You listen to
You listen to
classical.
Beethoven. You listen to Beethoven.
You
No,
listen
no.
to
I
Chopin.
listen to 20th century shit.
That's still older than 80s.
80s
Yeah.
is it? What century? Tell me.
Fine, 20.
Exactly, get right.
Shut the
Late
fuck up.
20.
Destroyed by fact and logic.
Yeah, late 20s.
Yours
late
is probably
20s.
1901.
Yeah,
This is probably
exactly.
1901.
Yo, it's still the 20th century. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when is the romantic era, whatever you like calling it?
Oh, something
Huh?
like
Oh,
Yeah,
1700.
19th century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still.
Waffle, man.
Yo, at least my
You're a
music
waffler.
lasts.
No,
No, it
I mean, who
doesn't.
the hell listens to classical anymore?
Just get.
A
Everybody's
lot
smart.
of people do. A lot of
No.
people do.
Every smart person. Seriously, there's a
No,
lot of
'cause
people
I don't.
listening to it.
The smart. Yeah, exactly. I don't.
There's,
Me and Yan don't.
look,
I
there's
bet
a
you
lot-
Stephen Hawking didn't listen to freaking...
Wait, did you say?
Classical.
Did you say Stephen Hawking?
Stephen Hawking 100%
Hawking.
didn't listen to
No,
classical
no,
music.
because I
No,
play
he
an
listened to
instrument.
AC/DC.
Yeah, he probably listened to heavy metal.
Yeah.
That's actually like, whoa, like.
Wow,
like, really
so that's what
demonic.
makes up... So that's the composition of my wheelchair. Huh.
Ah,
But you have to do it in a weird voice.
hmm.
I like AC/DC.
So, it's quite like a shame, but he couldn't like live an extra year to see a black hole.
Yeah,
Oh, feels bad.
but like... Yeah. It's what always happens though, isn't it?
Yeah, like you can't really say that argument, but still, it's quite a shame.
Mm,
But who's to say he didn't see a preview of it?
Yeah, maybe.
I think
Because
he might
let's face it, right? The people who didn't post that picture, but who captured that image, right? There's a lot of data there, and let's be real, it wasn't just they put it in their computer and instantly they got a picture.
Oh yeah,
No,
no, it's
there
like,
was probably different iterations of it, and
yeah,
this is probably
we
the final
searched
one.
for like 5 years.
It probably took them well over a year. He probably saw at least the first version,
Yeah. Well,
but maybe not.
That's probably why
Maybe
he
not.
died. He was so happy.
He said his heart rate went up too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Just no, too
Oh
soon.
my god.
at least
Too soon.
at
You have to wait
least-
10 years. You have to wait
Just-
10 years.
just to
No, I
conclude,
don't think that's the rule.
just to conclude with the news
That's
of the
my
week,
rule.
Have you seen the 20 million trees thingy? Like we talked about it before the podcast.
It's totally not as if I donated.
Me either.
Jack, did you donate to
I
Team
can't tell
Trees?
I can't tell if you guys are joking or not.
No. I
but-
donated.
I genuinely
Quest-
donated $11 to Team
I
Trees.
donated 5.
Oh. Damn it, now I'm the dickhead.
Yeah.
No,
I
like,
had $11 in my PayPal, so I just donated everything.
I mean, I find it
I
really.
think I have £2 in my PayPal.
I find it. I
That's
find
two
it a really
trees, bro.
good idea. Like a lot of YouTubers just got together.
How about instead of paying and doing the easy work, why don't you go actually plant 2 trees?
Oh, I have. Mate, I've planted 300 trees. So, like... what are you gonna
Hey,
do?
when-
You wanna
when do you
fight?
plant 300 trees?
In Costa Rica.
Ah.
Yeah. Between 20 people, we planted 300 trees.
Oh
that's
wait,
pretty cool.
that's something
And-
else. Wait. That's 15
Alexa,
trees.
what's 300
That's
divided
15.
by 20?
That's 15.
That's decent, though.
Divided by 20 is 15.
Oh wait,
Thank you, Alexa.
it's 15. Oh, I
Actually,
didn't
no.
expect it.
I know for a fact that I planted 10 trees single-handedly, right?
Yeah, 15 trees.
Or at least I was in a group of 3, and we had to plant 10 trees, and I was the one who put the tree in
15 trees
every time.
per person. In fact, yeah. Okay. Anyways, the
yeah.
point being,
It was pretty sick. I'd do it again.
they're already at 6 million
Yeah,
trees.
but the amount of fuel you consumed by flying there.
Yeah, but rainforests are actually carbon neutral. They're not carbon negative as many people think.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
create as much oxygen and carbon dioxide as they consume.
Oh yeah, people talk about carbon neutral stuff, but how about carbon negative stuff?
Yeah, that's not what rainforests are.
No, yeah, they're not.
Or they're very slightly carbon negative.
How about
If
carbon
anything.
negative cars?
They-
How
they're
about
just,
that?
they're,
How
they're
are you
just-
gonna do that?
They're literally green. They're like they're giant leaves.
That-
You know, if we do reverse climate change and
Which we will.
Yeah,
Sure.
hopefully.
And we get oxygen back to normal, we might accidentally make too much oxygen and kill 2/3 of the planet.
Of course.
Like that happened in one of the Great Deaths, which killed 2/3 of all life on Earth because there was too much oxygen.
Huh.
I mean, wouldn't that be a bit like stupid from a part of humans?
How does that make sense though? If 2/3 of the planet died, that means there's less people to consume the oxygen. So surely everything.
That's why it went back to normal.
Yeah, everything has to die.
But you said that only 2/3 died.
Yeah.
That means there's more oxygen for less people, which doesn't make sense.
Which
means that everyone dies.
I don't know. It just reversed. It reversed over time.
Sure about your
millions
sources?
of years.
You're sure about your sources, Jack?
Fine, I'll look it up. I will literally look it up right now.
I'm not trusting it. I don't know. But still, about 6 million trees. GG to everyone, honestly.
I think it's really heartwarming.
Yeah.
The only problem is that I don't really know where they're being planted. Like I would rather they be planted in the rainforest or something, or somewhere nice, and not like in freaking England.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Because
I remember
in somewhere that it's not.
I remember in September when we were doing the running challenge, we were looking for charities to donate to that plant trees. But a lot of them were just England based, and that just sucks. No one wants more trees in the English countryside.
Also because they're just gonna cut them down.
It's not gonna make a difference. I would rather be happy knowing that the trees are being planted in like Africa or in the rainforest than
there's
in
a lot of
England.
Space. Oh yeah.
Than in a freaking city.
We already talked about the potential of Africa and how bloody the sub-Saharan desert is as big as the United States.
Yeah, it's pretty massive.
Yeah. So Jacques, did you come to find your study?
I found something, but it doesn't give the reason why they all died.
Okay, we're gonna conclude the podcast then.
I'll find it for next episode.
Does that seem fair?
Search up the Great Death. Sounds really cool. Prehistoric time stuff.
Okay then.
Okay,
right.
Well,
thank you very much.
Are we done here?
Thank you for listening.
Yes.
The website.
Thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for listening. Check out the website at radiorock3.com and check out our YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and leave a subscribe, like, comment, 5 stars, share. Check out social media. We have social media, right?
Yep, Instagram.
Yeah. Go check
Twitter.
out the memes on Instagram and Twitter.
Yay.
We keep updated. We'll see you guys, beautiful people, next time.
That's a bit Nazi.
Yeah.
Shut the
Let's
fuck up.
Okay, bye.
Bye.